What's up, gals and pals? It's your buddy Coach Vino. So it is officially Christmas Day, and like it does every year, it feels like Thanksgiving was just the other day. I don't know how time flies the way it does. But I do want to take this time to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, whether you celebrate or not. And I do hope that you are getting the chance to spend today with the people that you care about. And if not today, hopefully soon. And, for those of you that are dealing with much more difficult circumstances and maybe today is not the great day that it could be, I want to let you know that Coach Vino is thinking about you. Man, I'm sending my thoughts and my love. And if I know this cocktail community of ours, I can guarantee you that they would all say the same exact thing. So just know that you are not alone. There are a lot of people that are sending their thoughts and their prayers to you. And hopefully, you'll get through this difficult time in your life. So, I'm going to make a cocktail for you guys today, but before I do that, I want to share this little personal story here. And so if you don't want to hear it, you can just skip forward to the cocktail. I completely understand. But people always say to me, or they ask me, hey, why do you love Christmas so much? What's the big deal? I mean, it's kind of a commercial holiday nowadays, and I completely understand that. But look, here's the deal. I grew up in the Bronx during the 80s, very, very difficult circumstances. And for some reason, whenever the holiday season came around, it's like all of that noise, all of that negativity, it just seemed to fade into the background. My family, my extended family would always be together and we would have a lot of fun time, just like great music, salsa music and Christmas music, tons of delicious Puerto Rican food, arroz con gandules, pasteles, pernil, and of course we always had coquito. And even though I was young and I shouldn't be drinking the coquito, there would always be an uncle that would slip me a little bit. And even then I knew this was good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, the holidays were just always a special time for us. And, even for the old neighborhood, it would be, forget about it. They took that Christmas holiday so serious. All the stores would be decorated. You'd hear Christmas music blazing out of all the stores. Everybody was just in a good mood, very festive, and they'd be saying hello and Merry Christmas to each other. And there was just something about the holiday spirit that just felt so good, given the negativity that surrounded us most of the time. So when I think about this holiday, I realize just how special it was for me. And so every year when it comes around, all I want to do is, bask in that holiday spirit again. And I want to share it with others because you know what? I know how good it made me feel. And so I hope that somehow, some way, I'm able to share that with other folks as well, okay? The reality is this, there's a lot of negative stuff going on in the world today. I look at the news and, we've lost our way, guys. It's really unfortunate. And all a man could ask for is that during this holiday period, we take in some of this holiday spirit, all this love for your neighbor, some love and compassion. And we take it with us into the new year and hopefully just build a better community, build a better society so that we can all just learn to love again and just have a good old time together. So whether it's, sharing a meal or sharing a cocktail or just sharing time together, we need to do better, guys. We really, really need to do better. Anyway, guys, so look, I want to make a cocktail for you guys today from a guy. He's a fellow friend of ours for the cocktail community on Instagram. He goes by Artist with a Cocktail, and his name is Mark Adams. And Mark, when I think about how much I love the Christmas season, this guy, he may have me beat. He absolutely flourishes and excels during this time of year. And the guy, look, he happens to look a lot like Santa Claus. And so during this time of year, he dresses up as Santa and he makes a lot of fun, festive cocktails. And he really, he gets me into the Christmas spirit. Not that I need any help, but, I always tell him, I say, look, man, I look forward to this time of year, and I even show my daughter pics of him because, he looks like Santa Claus. And, it's just a fun time. And so I thought, what would be better to make on Christmas Day, my favorite holiday, than a cocktail from old Saint Nick himself, Mark Adams. All right. And this cocktail is called Chimney Sweep. And it's a delicious smoky cocktail that I think you guys are absolutely gonna love. All right, folks. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that for you. But before I do, I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can help Vino feed the hungry algorithm. And make sure you stick around because we're about to boogie down. All right, folks, so before we get started, let us look at what is in the sauce, okay? We're gonna be using some rye whiskey. I'm gonna be using Old Forester, 100 proof, but of course you can use whatever you have in stock. And then we're gonna be using my favorite Amaro of them all, Cynar. Absolutely delicious stuff. If you don't have it and you're thinking about getting some Amaro, I definitely recommend this one, okay? And then we're gonna be using some sweet vermouth. And I've got this local vermouth here from the Hudson Valley called Brevis. Absolutely delicious. I actually got this as a Christmas gift, so it's perfectly timely. And then we're gonna be using a little bit of a peaty scotch. I don't have anything super peaty, but I'm gonna be using this Isla Mist, which does have some Isla in the blend. It's a blended scotch, so it does have some Isla in there. So it's pretty smoky, at least for my taste, all right? And then we're going to be using 2 dashes of chocolate bitters. But I'm not going to be using just any chocolate bitters. I got this really fun chocolate bitters from my pal Gnome of Gnome's Tavern. He makes his own bitters, and this is actually a Christmas chocolate bitters. So it's not only chocolate bitters, but it is Christmas bitters. And I got to tell you, these things are absolutely fantastic. Really fun and super delicious. All right, folks? So let's go ahead and make our chimney sweep. All right, folks, well, there you have it. Today's Christmas cocktail, the Chimney Sweep by my pal, Mark Adams. Let's go ahead and give this bad boy a sippy sip. Cheers. Ah, that's fantastic, guys. Ooh, so much going on here. Oh, the deep red fruit notes from the sweet vermouth, and then you get those nice bitter notes on the end from the Cynar. A little bit of that smokiness as well from the Isla, not too much. Again, this is not a super smoky scotch. You know, I mean, yeah, this is really, really nice, guys. Oh yeah. What I really like is, I'm telling you right now, rounding this all out, all beautiful, beautiful chocolate and spicy notes from my pal Gnome's Christmas bitters. Oh man, those are fan-freaking-tastic, guys. Anyway, so look, the perfect cocktail, the perfect nightcap after a long day watching the kids and the wife and everybody unravel their presents. This is definitely the way to go here, folks, right? And again, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and everything else that comes with it. And remember, when life gives you lemons, you make yourself a cocktail. Cheers.